Hi everyone, welcome back to Java 1 for All. In this video, continuing the Lambda topics, we are going to talk about the consumer. So we saw how the predicate works. Now let's work with the consumer. Functional interface, check. The method that is abstract is void, basically does not have any return, and the type is t. So pretty similar to the predicate. The only difference is that instead of returning boolean, the consumer is not going to return anything. So let's create a new package. How to insert package zz, we are at C, lambdas. How to insert, let's create here a package called test, and let's create another class called lambda test 01. Okay, so what can we do with this functional interface? Let's create a generic method that will accept any list, and we would like to use this consumer to print the list. So how can we achieve that? Basically, let's create first the method, private static. What's the type? I don't know, so I have to define before the return type. In this case, void. I just want to print. Let's call it for each, our own version of our for each. The type of the list I'm going to receive, I don't know yet as well. It will be the same type as t. And then let's import the correct list. Now it comes the behavior that we're passing through parameter. I want to receive a consumer. Don't know the type yet. And let's call it consumer. Now I just want to iterate and print the list. So list, Alt enter, iterate, change the parameter to e as element, and then we just call the consumer dot accept. So I'm saying that I'm going to print, but honestly it doesn't matter what we are doing here. We could be, for example, storing in a database all the elements in this list. The only thing that we have to do is be careful with the contract that we have, the function description. Okay, so let's create a couple lists here. List of, let's create here William, DevDojo, and I think that's enough. So we have here a list of strings, and we can also create a list of numbers, just to do some quick tests. Pretty straightforward. Now we have two lists. Now let's call for each. I will pass first the strings, and now it comes the behavior. I could create here a anonymous class for the consumer, but we are working with lambdas. So taking a look at the method that we have here, the type that we are receiving, basically the type that we are passing right now, is string. So I know that this accept will be a string. So here I will create string. I will give the name s to this variable, and then I'm going to execute the method. In this case, we could have several different options. I just want one that is going to do something and is not going to return anything. Can be this guy. And I want to print s. Not here, here. So just ignore this for now. We are going to talk about this syntax in future videos. For now, I just want you to pay attention to what we did. We have here the parameters, and we have here the expression. So the expression is following the contract. Basically, we are doing something without having anything as return. And now, if I execute, Ctrl-Shift-F10, we have a result. And I could press Ctrl-D as delta, and here we change to integer, and here we can rename to I, and also I here. Ctrl-Shift-F10. Whoops, it didn't work. The string list of, because I have to change right here. Ctrl Shift F10. There you go. So we have both of them working, and of course we can make this better by, for example, removing the type. So since the compiler will know what type this parameter will be, there is no need for us to tell it again. Ctrl-Alt-L, Ctrl-Shift-F10, and we have everything working perfectly fine. So I'm sending this system out println, but it could be anything. But for now, this is how we can explain in a very, very easy way. Okay, so I think for this video, that's it. In the next one, let's talk about function. See you.